guys, it's me Julia, and I'm back today with my thoughts on the NYX Nude palette. So this is a palette, I mean, I understand that this is not a new thing and this has been around for quite some time. I've been trying to get my hands on it for about a year now, but I haven't been able to see it in this format before. The one that I have seen is like a little square shape, and it has fewer shadows in it. But this palette has, and I bought it at Ulta when I was in the States recently, and it has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 eyeshadows on the top. And the bottom slides out to reveal 10 lipsticks and lip gloss formulations. Oh, somebody's tweeting me apparently. Down at the bottom it's got like 10 little lipsticks and lip glosses. I'm not a really big fan of lipsticks in pans like this. I don't know why. I don't like having to stick my finger in it or use a brush. I prefer tubey lipstick type, products, but they've got some really nice colors in here. And the thing that I do like about having the lipsticks in here is that they slide underneath and are protected. Sometimes I hate like those sets where there's like lipstick on one side and eyeshadow on the other, and then the powder gets into the lipsticks and it's really gross. So this protects them all, and it's got really a nice range of kind of cool, like pinky toned reds and things like that. So quite nice, which is a really nice counter to the more like kind of warm eyeshadows that it has on the top. So anyway, as I was saying, 20 shadows in this one. The other Nude palette that I've seen has only got, I think it's got 6 or some smaller amount. Okay, so what I'm going to say about this is that this is what I was hoping the Urban Decay Naked and Naked 2 palettes would be. Now I know lots of people love those, and I must admit that I haven't seen the Naked 2 palette yet. I haven't really given it a good look over in the store. But when I purchased the Naked palette, I actually ended up selling it because I wasn't happy with the shades. Like there was only about 4 shades that I could ever see myself wearing on a regular basis, and I found the shadows were, for the most part, way too glittery for me to wear, at my age, and, for what I wanted that palette for, which was for daytime looks. So I found, and the other thing was a lot of the shades were much too warm, too goldy, too yellow based for my skin tone. So I ended up getting rid of it, and was happy to just have the little kind of neutral palettes that I had from other companies and things like that. So some people told me, Joan told me to pick this up, and I was like, yeah, I was looking at it, but I couldn't, as I said, I couldn't find this particular one. I could only ever find the smaller one, and I was like, yeah, I don't really need it. I've got lots of other neutral kind of eyeshadows, blah. Then I went away on this trip, and I said, okay, if I see that NYX Nude palette, I'm going to buy it. And I found it at Ulta. Now, I'm confused as to what the price is, because I thought it was $14.99, but on my bill it was $24.99, so I guess it's $24.99. So when you go to Ulta, it's $24. But $24 for 20 shadows, plus 10 lipsticks, and there's a couple little brushes in the bottom, but I don't know. Those don't interest me at all. I think those things sometimes more as a hindrance than a help, and you know what? I'd rather get like an extra eyeshadow in there or something as opposed to the stupid little brush. But anyway, that's just me. But I picked it up. I'm so happy that I picked this up. And as I said, this is exactly what I was hoping that the Naked palette would be. It has some amazing neutrals in different kind of color ranges, as you can see. There are some kind of like warm teddy bear brown and kind of goldy colors mixed in, and there's some shimmery shades, but there's a lot of nice matte shades, or just shades that have a nice sheen to them without being glittery. And then there's like the more dramatic ones over here are the only ones that really have any kind of glitter in them. So there's like a dark brown here with some gold glitter, which I'm actually wearing today in the outer corner of my eye. There's a lighter brown with some gold in it. There's like a taupey color with some silver shimmer in it. But the rest of the shades are just nice, and they just have a nice sheen, a nice polished finish to them, and not a lot of glitter. There's some really great kind of neutral matte highlight shades, like some bone and some white and a light pink. There is a couple of tones that I probably won't wear a lot, like this kind of gold color that's right here, maybe at Christmas, but it's a little bit, with my green eyes and with my pale skin tone, sometimes I find that shade makes me look like I'm jaundiced. But out of all of these, like there's only 2, maybe 3 shades that I won't wear, whereas with the Naked palettes I found there was only 2 or 3 shades that I actually would wear. So there's 20 amazing shades in here, and I just want to show you, like, just very lightly touching, and even from this distance, they're so well pigmented. The color payoff is amazing. There's matte finish, there's shimmery, but not too shimmery. There's some with, like I said, a little bit of glitter, but not big glittery chunks like that were in the Naked palette. Sometimes I find, like I really like the NYX single shadows. Some of the trios are hit and miss. And then some of the bigger palettes, like with the real, you know, like for Your Eyes Only, those, that range of, I don't even know if they make those palettes anymore, but I did not like those. I found that the shadows were kind of, the color payoff was minimal, and they were kind of hard to work with. Every single shadow in here is creamy, blendable, beautiful finish, amazing color payoff, very highly pigmented. You only need the smallest amount on your brush, but it doesn't like go all over your face. It's just super intensely, like I said, super intense color payoff and pigmentation. Just great. And everything's like neutral tones. There's, you know, some grays, there's some browns, and then just, you know, like neutral kind of taupey shades. This is a really great palette, especially if you're on a budget. That's the other thing about the Naked palette, was that it was, you know, $60, $60+ depending on where you were. This is much more affordable. You can get it right from the website if you're not living in the States or you're not near an Ulta. I'm thrilled with that. And it's not like any other palette that I have. Like, that's another reason why I was kind of putting off. I thought, well, I've got other kind of neutral palettes in my collection, but it's just the color tone on these is great. The mix of matte and kind of shimmer and just really nice polished finishes is great. And this is the kind of thing, like, I really think you could get multiple eye looks out of here. Dramatic, casual, like daytime, nighttime, summer, winter, everything. It's just great. I'm so happy with it. I'm thrilled with it. I love the packaging. It's just a nice hard plastic. I like the fact that you can see kind of the shades in here. Yeah, you know, I don't really need the lipsticks, but if you're traveling, it's great because there is quite a nice range in here. And again, the lipsticks are, you know, really good quality. Sometimes when you get these things, they're like really waxy, but oh, you can see there, I just stuck my finger in that red one, which is this one here, and I'll swatch it for you. Look, opaque and really good color payoff on the lipsticks as well. I'll just have to make sure that it doesn't get all messy on the inside, but I love that. So I really thank Joan for giving me the heads up on that palette about a year ago, because it's great. So that's the NYX Nude on Nude in this, you know, configuration, the nice big long one, $24.99 at Ulta. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. I'm very happy with it. Thank you for watching, guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye!